Gentlemen, it's Xzavier Antonio, and this is an episode of the In Conversation podcast session, and it's our objective today to keep Brad Facts in conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Facts is in the building. What's poppin' with you, bro?
What up, though? How you doing?
Man, I'm all right, man. I'm doing pretty good. What about you?
I ain't got no complaints.
Yeah, you said that last time.
As I was saying, man, that's my thing. When I'm free and trouble free, I'm never gonna complain.
I ain't got no complaints. Listen,
oh man,
we were just right before we, really getting into the show, we was talking about the word king. You know what I mean? Because you had this awesome opportunity to go be on the Shine Your Light podcast with Lachelle Hooks.
Yep, definitely did.
Phenomenal woman. She has a habit of calling men king, and because, let her explain that she wants to speak to the king in you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think that I was always one of those guys where at some point I didn't like the fact that people would refer to me as king, and I think you were just saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So tell us a little bit about that. What's your issue with the word king, my brother?
I think it's overused.
Yeah.
It's overused. I think king, queen, like a lot of different words in this era are overused. The word narrative, king, queen. There's so many I can run down, but as I was saying to you before, my homeboy K, shout out to my homeboy K in Chicago, good dude, man, one of my brothers for real. When I first came home, he was the first person to ever say the word king to me.
Yeah.
And it felt so genuine, like he did. I had never heard in person somebody speak like that.
Yeah.
I've always read it in books or seen it on TV or on an interview or whatnot. So when he said it to me, I was like, damn, okay. It gave me a sense of, it was a warm feeling I got, like it was a term of endearment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as time went on, this was about 7 years ago. As time went on, everybody started saying it. And people I know who weren't evolved intellectually.
Exactly.
Or evolved emotionally or morally or principally, people I know for a fact weren't reaching towards something great within themselves, started saying it. Yeah. And that's when the water went in the cup. It was too much water in the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. No, yeah, same here for me. I mean, and people can call it judgmental because I think that I had to search myself to figure out what my issue really was with that word or being referred to, as king. And I think that what it was is I was more so being a little judgmental over the fact that, again, it was a word that was used loosely.
Right.
And I'm looking at all the things that I'm doing and all the things that I'm aspiring to be for myself, for my community. You know what I'm saying? At the time I had like this servant type of mentality, and I would see people using that word to address men, and it was like, I know this cat ain't about that life. I know this person, you know what I'm saying, not about that life. And I understand it. I understand it that oftentimes the use of the word is a term of endearment, right, or is to encourage
uplift
brothers. It's something that we use to replace the word nigga, you know what I'm saying, or things like that, to try to get people to wake up to the fact that there's more in you, there's more that you can be doing, this, that, and the other. I get that total concept, but at some point, I think that title alone creates a sense of pride that people ought to be doing something to earn. You could call yourself king all day. You can call yourself queen all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you expect me to address you in such a way, then that's something that I feel like you should earn from people. You know what I'm saying? You got to be doing something that's notable, something that's acknowledgeable, and I think a lot of cats just wasn't doing that. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I mean, I think it's first of all, I don't have a problem being called that. That's not even the thing. I don't want anybody to misconstrue what I'm saying. I don't have a problem being called that. I prefer not to be called, but I've been called worse over the time, over time, I mean. But I just think it feels disingenuous at this point, where we are right now as a culture, where we are right now as a people. It feels disingenuous. There's a lot of even the word woke is becoming that.
Yeah.
It's because I was watching This Week with George Stephanopoulos a couple of days ago on Sunday, and they had a conversation at the round table about the woke culture. So it was like, they things are becoming watered down. Well, part of that reason is because a lot of people aren't getting this information by way of study.
Yeah.
They're not getting this information from or these terminology, or these terms, should I say, excuse me, they're not getting these terms by way of study. They're not getting these terms from research. They're not getting these terms from delving into a specific subject and coming back with some necessary information that they can impart to somebody else. What they doing is hearing somebody else say it.
Yeah,
all that shit sounds slick.
Yeah, it's a difference between it being culture and it being a trend. If it's culture, it matters to you. You're investing into it. You're studying. You know what I'm saying? This thing really matters. I don't have a problem with anybody calling anybody king or queen. Right. That's not my issue. My issue is if you as a person use it so loosely, don't categorize me. You know what I'm saying? Right. With that, at that point, 100%. You're not saying it because you truly understand or you truly see the king in me. That's just. It's just a part of who you are now to refer to people as that.
Absolutely.
It's just how you converse. That's how you communicate. You know what I'm saying? But it's not really. It's
personal. More symbol than substance.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the problem. So people always talk about how you can feel a vibe or you can get a vibe from people. You can read energy, et cetera, et cetera. It's true for those of us who are so in tune with who we are as individuals. When you come in contact with somebody who isn't on a certain quest that may lead to enlightenment or uplifting or just excellence overall, right? So you can read that. Yeah. Just like when you encounter somebody who you can tell because you know this person, they ain't really your shit. Yeah. But then when they get in your presence, they want to pretend, they want to try to kind of, elevate or get on your level, so to speak. Right. And even that's disingenuous. And you can see it, it's easily detected. But yeah, I just think, man, I think people ought to, it would benefit people more to do more research on why things are being said, on not only why, but what's being said, and the reasoning behind it, even in conversation, even in everyday conversation. Because to just accept being called God, King, player, my nigga, whatever the case is, to just accept any one of those, to just accept any one of those terms, you have to understand why those things are in place. Yeah. Why people will say, hey, King, how you doing? Why people will say, hey, my brother, how you doing? What's up, my nigga? What's up? Whatever the case is. Right. Until then, I don't even think it should be used for most people. Yeah. And that's just as honest as I can be. I've never referred to myself as a king. I think a little higher of myself as than the king. As much as I know about King Tut and the pharaohs from Egypt, Ramses, and all these different people, I just think of myself as a little higher than that. The things I've endured, what I've seen, what I've been able to come out on the other end of better than what I went in on. It's not necessarily worthy of kingship, I guess you would say. It's a little less. Jay-Z said something years ago, and I forget what song it was. I think it was the Rihanna song, if I'm not mistaken. But he said, I was born a god, I made myself a king, which means I downgraded to a human being. Mm-hmm. Some powerful shit, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you walk with dignity, you accept dignity a little easier than what you would if you didn't think that you were deserving of it. I said something to share on Shine Your Light podcast the other day. I said, man, it's difficult to undo what's been done to you when you don't realize it's been done to you. Mm-hmm. And that goes for the morals, the values, the principles that's been instilled in us from kids, whether it was through our parents or some other guardian or some other person you looked up to. A lot of times it's not as wholesome as we wind up thinking. But we don't see it though because it's been so deeply ingrained in us to think a certain way or talk a certain way or walk a certain way. It's second nature. Oh yeah. You walking around thinking that this particular this way that you think, or you got a problem with something, you dislike something, or you like something. You know what I'm saying? When what we like and dislike is predicated upon what we've been programmed to believe is or is not, you know what I'm saying? It makes it harder for us to hear somebody with a difference of opinion or a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? And then you ask, well, why do you feel that way? Why do you think that? Oh, because this is just the way it is. This is what my grandmama taught me, this or whatever. Yeah. So your reasoning for seeing things this way or operating this way isn't even an original reason. No. You know what I'm saying? It's because of things that have been done to you. It's because of the programming that you have, and it's been embedded in you for so long that you don't even know how
you're not even comfortable with at least questioning it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Challenging it, because you feel like that's just gonna destroy your whole entire identity and all of that, man.
Because most of the things that we wound up believing in or standing on, you know, whatever principle, whatever moral or whatnot, was instilled in us. And I was careful. I was so careful when I was on my road to change and evolving and kind of getting better and doing, you know, putting out better energy and doing different things in my life. I was so careful to tear down the old beliefs, not just that street shit, none of that. I mean, not just that, but even the stuff that my mom instilled in me, or my grandmother instilled in me, or my father instilled in me, or whatever. I tore most of it down, and I kept what I felt was relevant to my life as an adult.
Yeah.
Everything else, I rebuilt my belief system and my moral and my code of ethics by way of experience.
Yeah.
You know, some were good, some were not. But over time, it gets to a point where you are able to, you know, it's like a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it gets. And you know, a lot of people think that you do away with your cool or your swag or whatnot when you don't do the bullshit you used to do. And that's not the case, because it's cool to be intelligent. It's cool to get legit money. It's cool to run with some people who are more intelligent than you, who may be more advanced than you economically, who may be more advanced than you in terms of their business acumen. It's like, it's cool to be inspired by these people by so many different things. But somewhere along the line, man, ignorance became synonymous with the street, and it became the thing that we uphold as real. That's bullshit.
Listen, man, that's a whole bunch of knowledge right there, man, that you know what I'm saying, we demonstrating and going back and forth on. New topic. Brad Facts got a whole bunch of different things going on, man. First of all, you got you're still doing the hip hop tribute song?
Yeah, I have it. So what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna pick some dope beats, some classic joints from back in the day and present day, and I'm gonna just spit like a 16 or a 20 bar verse to them, and I'm gonna upload them weekly. I got my man on the Cook Up Instagram, BT. You gotta check him out, man. He's a real good dude, real enthusiastic cameraman. He gonna shoot the footage, and I'm gonna do that. I got that coming. If I can find the time, and it's like every time I sit down to say, okay, I got a little time to do this, it don't work.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's in the works. I'm in the process of shooting a video for my song I'm Feeling Good. Shout out to my cousin, man, MB the Great, MTS TV. Check out the channel on YouTube. He shoot most of my videos. He shot all of my videos, I think, except one or two.
Oh yeah, no, because I go search for Brad Facts. That's what pops up. His channel pops up.
Yeah, definitely.
So
a lot of people think it's my channel, but it's not though. We just got that type of relationship. So,
what about No Plug? You and KV was supposed to be working on the video.
That's
for that
coming too. We, me and KV got different schedules.
Yeah.
So that's what's been preventing No Plug. That's the only reason it hasn't been shot yet. But and I want some other people to be a part of it too, because I'm the kind of person, I sit at home, or I be driving somewhere and I write an idea down and just call my cousin, like, cuz, listen, let's go shoot this, and nobody be in the video. It just be me. That's how the event wound up happening over there at Seven Bridges in Grant Park in Cudahy, and it was just me in the video, because I hate waiting on people.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm waiting on KV, but I just hate waiting on people, and I just feel like, hey, listen, we gone. We gonna, we got this idea, we got this treatment, we finna put it out here.
Yeah.
And we gonna use some random pedestrians as extras in the video, for real.
Anything else music-wise that we can prepare ourselves for? So, the album just dropped.
It dropped 2 months ago.
Yeah, 2 months ago with No Plug on it.
May 3rd.
So you're doing
Power, Purpose, and Principle.
Absolutely, 3 Ps. Power,
100%.
Purpose.
Yeah, definitely.
You got a video you're working on for the No Plug.
And I'm Feeling Good.
And I'm Feeling Good. Doing any more videos for any that you know of yet for any of the other songs?
Yeah. We gon'. My plan is, so shout out to my homie Icon Verse, who was the executive producer of Power, Purpose, and Principle of the album. So, we came up with an idea about a year ago, before the project was even really underway.
Right.
where we gonna shoot a video for every song on the project. So that's definitely the plan. We gonna do that, and that's it. I just dropped a single called AMC, America's Mall Crawlers.
Yeah, I saw that right away. I got the notification on YouTube right away. Had to go check that out.
Yeah, so America's Mall Crawlers it's a Jeep reference. So I mean, people that know me know I got a Jeep, right?
Yeah.
It's a Jeep reference. So with people who go off-road on the mountains and just off-road, period, what they call the people who drift their Jeeps up and don't go off-road is a mall crawler. I don't know if anybody knows this. If y'all don't know this, I don't know if y'all know this, but they call them mall crawlers, right? They say they just get the Jeep suspension, lift kit, tires, paint, shocks, winch, all of this, and just ride through the mall and just, ride through the mall parking lot. And so if you listen to the song, when I said crawl through the mall lot, you can hear the tread on the tire with a bad chick, everything. That was a reference to the people. It was kind of a dig at, the people who go off. Because I've been off-road too. But I'm not really with all of that shit, though. It's fun to go.
You ever been ducked?
Yeah, I got some ducks in the Jeep right now.
Yeah? Yeah. You done did it to some people?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Man, listen, you inadvertently join a whole culture when you get a Jeep.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
I didn't know the shit either.
I didn't know it, man.
Somebody threw it, a guy pulled up, I'm grabbing pistol and everything.
Yeah, because that's how they do it.
He was waving and shit. I'm like, what the fuck he got in his hand? Threw the motherfucking duck in my car. It was like, hey man, you been ducked. I was like, what the fuck is that? He was like, look it up, and pulled it off.
Oh yeah, I was in Diamonds one day. No, I'm gonna say this. So we had a Jeep ride 2 years ago. Police escort, Fox 6 was there. We went from, it was a peace ride. That's what it was for. It was to represent peace in the city. Or advocate, not just represent. But we went from Mitchell Park, the Domes, to Lincoln Park, straight down 27th Street. 60, 70 Jeeps. Just all Jeeps. If you look on Fox 6 website, I guarantee you'll find it. But a little girl walked up on my Jeep and was like, ooh, and put a duck on the hood. I asked my cousin, what the fuck is this? Like, what's that? So the idea comes from what I understand, is when a Jeep is not fixed up, when it's just stock, it kind of resembles a duck to some degree. But when they put a duck on it, it's just to say how much they like the Jeep, or it's a symbol of good luck, et cetera, et cetera. So it's
well, the duck I got,
it's kind of dope, man.
Must have been bad luck.
I wanted Howard the duck. Why was your duck bad luck?
Because the next morning my shit got smacked and totaled out. I was asleep.
Did you hear it? You didn't hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. That's what woke me up.
That happened to my homeboy E.
Yeah, did he get a duck the day before?
No, he had a he had a car. He said he heard somebody's car get. He said there's somebody's shit got hit. And he went out there the next day. And this truck was in his back seat. That's just, God damn.
No, man, definitely jumped up. I heard it jumped up and looked outside, but whatever, man, it's gonna work in my favor. Some kind of way, man. Lastly, man, last question before we get up out of here, man. You got some things happening clothing wise. Man, you actually been doing some dope shit, man. You on Juneteenth, it just passed. You released a dope ass shirt, man, that had the 1865 on there. In representation of Juneteenth. When the slaves in Galveston, Texas, basically was able to claim their freedom. Right. And that shirt, the design was like really, really dope, man. Everybody that saw that shirt that I showed it to and everything was like, dang, I need that, I want that. And, are you gonna have, some ways for people to be able to, get some of this inventory from you? I know you do hand to hand.
They can. So we in the process of building a website.
Absolutely.
So
I asked that question. He talking about me.
Right. Yeah. This is my tech oracle.
We got this.
So that's definitely the next step. But also I'm gonna have some merch in a store called Unleashed. I think it's 1200 Main Street in Racine. My homeboy owned the store. Shout out to my homeboy Bird.
That's what's up, man. Big move.
So we got some merch that's down there over the next month.
Right, man. Y'all see the shirt? Say Principal right on the front. Listen, man, that shirt is showing up everywhere, man. everywhere.
Yeah,
just
we working, man.
Yeah. You are, man. Y'all are, whatever, man. But that shirt showing up everywhere. Now,
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like with the it's funny. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Just it just made me think about something. It's funny how things change. People often ask me how I was able to do as much time that I did, come home and do something different. The operative term being different. Mm-hmm. That's the easy part. It hasn't been easy, getting up every day, staying inspired, staying driven. Like, none of that's easy. It's not. But my frame of reference, I always tell people to find a frame of reference. My frame of reference is lack. It's just total deprivation. I was deprived of options. I was deprived of the opportunity to do all of the things that I've been able to do over the past couple of years and even the past couple of months. So that's my frame of reference, and it just drives me. So I always tell people to find a frame of reference. I don't care what it is. You can even make up something in your head, because it's been known that Michael Jordan made up things in his head and came out and whooped the opposing team's ass and wound up with 6 championships and 5 MVPs, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So have a frame of reference that can serve as a springboard to get you to that next level and get you to where you want to go. For me, my frame of reference is the feeling that prison gave me, not being able to pursue any dreams or goals. It was just all the accumulation of information. I had all of the intel, all of the information, practical or impractical. I just couldn't do nothing with it. So now that I'm able to do something with it, I won't stop.
Right.
And that's just my thing, man. So that's where the principle comes from. And because that's it, like, that's the principle. The crux of the principle is to have that thing that's gonna drive you no matter what the situation is, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. Yeah. And that's just how it is, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So it's definitely been a pleasure to have you on the show today. That was one of my last questions to you is actually going to be, what is the thing that helps you to keep going? You know what I'm saying? No matter what. I think for me, I've said this when you was at the podcast with Michelle. You had one of your guys with you, and he was talking about how he asked you one morning, like, man, how did you just keep going? How did you just keep doing stuff? And one of the things I shared with him for myself was, like, for me, I might have those moments where I don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
But then I'll sit there and I'll think about it and be like, but damn, what else I'm gonna do?
That's how I
You know
feel.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all I know is how to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to not do. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, I'm not ready to die. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
I know
I
gotta do something. So definitely, man, we're gonna keep on going and making shit happen, man. Y'all make sure y'all check out the 3 Ps album that is out right now, Power, Purpose, and Principle. Make sure y'all get some of the apparel. Listen, it's already everywhere. We're gonna even expose it and make it even bigger. Y'all can continue to see it. We got some events coming up. We're gonna get Brad in there to try to vend it. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? All of that. And then the music videos that are getting ready to come out, y'all got to make sure that y'all stay tuned for those things too. You got No Plug he's working on. I keep forgetting the other one.
I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling good.
It make you feel good. It makes you feel like the sun shining even when it's not shining, because it's always supposed to be shining no matter what. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so make sure y'all stay tuned. Until next time, y'all help me to keep Brad Facts in conversation.